Hello everyone and welcome to another live from the workshop. So today I am going to be making another Dalek, and this is going to be the Dalek General. Now you might not be familiar with this, and for those of you that aren't, this is actually a Dalek that is partly based on the Stolen Earth Supreme. Unfortunately I've only got one of those spare and they're quite hard to get hold of these days, so I didn't want to take it apart. So I'm going to be doing it with a normal Dalek. This actually is a Crucible Dalek from the 10th Doctor Toys R Us set. Now I've just changed over the plunger on it. But what this is going to be, as I said, it's based on the Stolen Earth Supreme, but this is actually from a short fan film called The Dalek That Time Forgot. There is a link to it in the description if you've not seen it. I highly recommend watching it, it's very good. But it was an idea, it was a design that really jumped out at me because it was something that we'd sort of seen before but was a little bit different, so it was definitely one that I wanted to try. So first things first is to dismantle this. It's mainly going to be a repaint, but I need to build up the side parts and also the dome, which I have already started on, which will be added on thusly. As such, it's obviously quite rough at the moment, but once it's finished, it should look a lot better. But as I said, first things first is going to be to dismantle it, so I'm going to get onto that now. And here is my finished General Dalek. This is, I have to say, I know I say this about most of my customers, oh, I'm very pleased with how this has turned out, but this is genuinely, rather like my Peter Cushing Doctor, this is one of these things that I'm actually more so proud of it because I can see a lot of personal improvement in it. The sculpting of the dome, for instance, is something I've never been very good at, sculpting curves and things like that, and I actually don't think I've done too bad a job of it. But yeah, so overall it is a Crucible Dalek, and then obviously I've resculpted the dome and added on these side bits and one at the back as well. As I said before, it's reminiscent of the Stolen Earth Dalek, so if I bring that in, you can see it is this one is slightly larger, but it's because it has got the extra rings on there. I did think about adding those in, but it didn't work. I had some old test pieces of old Daleks that I tried to take the top off first of all and add bits in, and it just wasn't working. It didn't look right, and I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it to, so I thought I'd leave it out. But still, overall, I'm very pleased with how it's come out, and I actually have to say, I actually think that this is not... Maybe this would be a great special Dalek to see, if they ever wanted to repaint the, redo the Stolen Earth one. But just generally, I actually think this isn't a bad livery design for new series Daleks, because it's got a bit of the classic series look with the grey, but it's obviously also got the new series in it. So again, I think this is another one that could work quite well as a proper livery. But yeah, overall, as I said, I've just sort of resculpted the dome. That took a few attempts, but I managed to do it, and then obviously added on the side pieces and then repainted it, and that's it really. As I said, it's a great custom. What really jumps out at me is just the idea, the look of it is something. It's so similar to something we've seen before, and yet it's so different. And I think that's what made it such a great idea. So it is definitely one that is going to go on proud display in my Dalek collection. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, favourite, subscribe, share. It really helps me out a lot. And I will see you all with another video very soon.